Hey, what's up? Welcome to this week's edition of 5 Minutes of Management. I'm Frank Kalman here with Rick Bell. Rick, what are you doing for Valentine's Day?
Me and the dog just hanging out, eating pizza, drinking beer.
Living the dream. So, of course, Valentine's Day will have already happened by the time this video airs, but we're looking forward to a good long Valentine's Day weekend thanks to President's Day.
Thanks for popping the bubble there for me, Frank. I have nothing going on Valentine's Day. If you know of anybody, well, it'd be too late. We can have a Valentine's Day late. You call me.
Well, the good news is Valentine's Day or no Valentine's Day plans, Workforce Live is still going to happen. April 14th, 19th, and 28th will be in Boston, New York City, and Washington, D.C. So if you're in those areas, bring a date, and it'll be a blast.
That would be fun.
So, Rick, we've got some kind of interesting news out of the benefits world.
Oh, yeah.
Or the Zenefits world,
The Zenefits world, yeah. And just recently we found out that the Department of Insurance in California is investigating Zenefits, and this comes in the wake of their CEO, Parker Conrad, suddenly stepping down. There's been questions about some of their business practices and selling insurance across state, and other questions about the company and just inflated statements too. So yeah, it's been an interesting week, definitely in the benefits world. The one thing I kind of admired about Zenefits was that they did sort of turn the benefits world on its head. Now, obviously, it's a highly regulated industry, and you got to play by the rules. And now they're going to have to play by the rules. Fortunately, they have a pretty strong C-suite team in place, and to hopefully guide the ship for the company in the future.
Yeah, I mean, this was a high-flying company earlier this year. I mean, you could not get away from publicity about Zenefits. We even featured Zenefits as the profile cover story of Workforce's, what issue was it?
It was last year, I want to say April.
Oh, there you go. So, yeah, everything has gone downhill from there, and it'll be interesting to see how the company sort of recovers.
Yeah, it's going to be an uphill climb. But again, they have a pretty strong team in place, and they've hired their first compliance officer. So yeah, they've got the people in place. It's just, can they execute, and can they make all the administrators and everybody in the insurance world happy?
Well, Rick, good news or bad news? In December, this past December, more than 3 million Americans quit their job.
Good news potentially for them. Bad news, I'm guessing, for the organizations, because it takes time and money to replace people.
Yeah, and you know, that was the highest number since 2006. And actually, funny enough, the quit rate, as they call it, I think this is the JOLTS report that comes out every month and measures how many people are quitting their jobs. This is actually good news, I think, for the economy. More people quitting their jobs means more people are feeling confident about their ability to find greener pastures. And, you know, when the economy's going good, you see a lot more people moving around and switching jobs. And when the economy isn't going good, you see people kind of cling to their desks, holding on for dear life. And so I think this is generally good for employees. But I also think it isn't all that bad for employers. I think, you know, it opens up the talent pool for them. They sort of have their pick of the litter, so to speak. And it also puts them in a position to really solidify what their employer value proposition is to make sure that they are keeping their most important employees on board. So.
Right. No, that's a really important point, because you have to get creative then to draw good talent, and it makes you start to think, all right, what am I going to be doing to draw these people in, these 3 million people who may be on the move. And, you know, we know all about passive candidates and those who are actively looking. And so, yeah, this can, instead of being a potential drawback, it can be a really good opportunity. It just depends on how you want to look at it.
So show your employees some love this Valentine's Day season.
And go to Workforce Live.
And go to Workforce Live. And Workforce Focus.
And Workforce Focus.
And read Workforce.
With a date.
Well, that's all we've got for this week's edition of 5 Minutes of Management. For Rick Bell, I'm Frank Kalman. We'll see you all next week.